one of the best early game commanders, the one that will carry you through the hunting massacre that you will be performing to all the Black Force out on the map. Today's guide will be all about Sara. What is up guys, Meower here back with a brand new fatewar video. So today's video is all about Sara. She's probably become one of my favorite heroes, especially in the early game in this game, and for a few key reasons. She's very solid in the early game, especially. She's pretty easy to get up. As you can see, I already almost have her awakened from just pulling the star glitters and participating in events and the likes. So overall, she's pretty accessible. And she is pretty strong, as she can chain hunting Blackforge like no tomorrow. So how do we make her work? So to begin this guide, we are gonna start discussing her skills. We're gonna go over her talents, her pairings, and the situations you should use them. So that being said, let's get started. We're gonna start by checking out her skills. Sara's skills are pretty straightforward. I will be explaining them in the order that you should be maxing them from the get-go. So as we know, the first skill that you should always be maxing first will be the rage skill. So her rage skill reads as follows: Rock Storm. Summon boulders to slam into the enemy in front of you, dealing damage up to 5 targets, and you deal up to 3,800 damage to 5 targets within a cone-shaped area, and nuking their stats, their attack, their defense, and HP by 30%. Now 30% is humongous, as it is affecting everyone in front of you. So that's a really solid rage skill to have in your lineup. Even though she is not as strong as other heroes, as you progress further through the game, she will always have a spot in my heart. The next skill, if you're playing her for PvE, which you should be doing so in the early game, will be her second skill, Embolism Strike. It's a passive skill. Your troops deal increased damage to Blackforge by 25%, heal a portion of the lightly wounded troops in your troop after you defeat Blackforge. So essentially you can keep her out on the map infinitely, especially when we pair it with the talent tree that we will be showing shortly. Her fourth skill, in my opinion, you should be upgrading next. So it reads as follows. I kind of messed up by upgrading this one instead of this one. But either way, she's already almost awakened for me, so it doesn't really matter. So don't repeat my mistakes. Okay. Her fourth skill reads as follows. It reduces the counterattack damage received by up to 40% and it decreases the rally limit by 12%. These are two separate instances. So the counterattack damage, you don't need to be in a rally in order to receive the reduction buff. So that's something I really like. And finally, in her third skill, which is the one that we're going to be maxing last and not third like I did, don't repeat my mistakes, just reduce attack by 32% of the target in front of you if you have more than 50% soldiers remaining. Now this is a bit of a typo, like this extra 30, this by 32% is a typo. Hopefully it gets updated in future updates. And finally, her awaken skill boosts her rage skill by I am not pronouncing that. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It boosts her rage skill from 3,800 damage factor up to 4,600, and the debuffs by an extra 5%. Overall, a super solid kit. It just screams, use me to farm Blackforged in the early game especially. Next up, her talents. For Sara's talents, she has two viable options. The first option will be the hunter page, of course, that you're going to be using in the early game. We're going to go all in on the hunter tree because we want to unlock victory leaf as soon as possible. But if you would ask me what you would upgrade first, always go for HP. You want to go for the stamina reduction, followed by the extra XP, and finally into Spoils of War, because Spoils of War will be carrying your early game resources. Actually, it's still carrying my resources till now on every single hunter. Like, you have no idea how beneficial this little skill is. It adds up like quite a lot. as well, and this helps you drop stamina up to 30% or up to 30 stamina per march, so essentially you can be out on the map forever. After I'm done with the hunter page, I go all in on the support tree because I want the increased healing, and I kind of went for this one for the extra move speed burst, but I'm pretty sure there are better options. I am not as fully 100% experienced as of yet with the trees, so if you have better alternatives, please let me know in the comments down below. I can already see that I should have went for this one because I use berserker troops quite a lot with her to hunt in the early game especially. The second talent tree that we're gonna be discussing is one if you play her as an infantry berserker support, though even though if you're gonna be using her for PvP, I don't think she should be the primary. However, just in case we're gonna be showcasing the tree anyways, we're gonna play around the support tree since you are essentially a support disruptor. When you're playing her as a primary, we're gonna get everything from the support tree. We want to be as tanky as possible since our only goal will be to utilize our rage skill as fast as possible. And then we're gonna get everything here from this side of the balance tree because we want to get the berserker buffs. Okay, so we're going to be using her as a primary exclusively for the berserker tree. The last point, you can put it for extra attack, you can put it for extra move speed, but this is not universal move speed, so we're just going to be putting it here for attack. And once you have her 6-star, you're going to be getting an extra, I believe the last star gives around 10 talent points. Let me see. Yep. It will give us an extra 10 talent points. We can then utilize those extra 10 talent points right here. We get a couple of attack. We get 2 more move speed and 2 more HP, and then that will leave us with useless points pretty much at the end. That is why it's not really worth having her a primary for PvP. But if you do choose to run her as a primary, this is the tree that I will be running. And that is it for her PvP and PvE talent trees. Let's talk about the pairings. So for Sara's pairings, she is pretty flexible. As we said, she is a really good deputy or a really good primary if we're gonna go PvE. If we're extremely focused on just farming Blackforge non-stop, I would just put her primary and add anyone behind her secondary as long as you're using berserkers and you're auto hunting lower leveled Blackforged. Pretty much the lower level the Blackforged you hunt, the easier it will be because you take less damage, you get more time out on the field, and you can just farm everything so much easier. So I used her to power level all my heroes to upwards of level 40. I'm trying to get this guy to level 40 as well, and then I'm gonna get everyone to level 50, and then eventually everyone to level 60 before I start unlocking the wheel heroes. If we're running her on PvP, however, I would put her along with a strong infantry hero such as Rex. She could give him the extra support and the extra debuffing. We could put her behind Alfwin. He's also a pretty good support hero that can help keep that march alive for Sara to do her debuffs and her rage skills. We can also swap her in for cavalry heroes because she works with everyone. You can swap her with cavalry, you can swap her with archers, as long as the hero has a means and a way for her to survive and deliver her really strong rage skill, you should be in a pretty good spot. And that is it for her pairings. Now, how do you use Sara, or which sections you should be using Sara? Me personally, the way that I was using Sara, let me show you real quick. I would head over to the auto hunting. What I did was just select Sara, select any lieutenant that I want to level up, as long as she's high enough level that she has access to the good talent points in the hunter tree, and then I just go crazy. And then if I want to use her for PvP, it will depend on the situation really. There isn't the correct way to use her because she's so flexible, and most balanced heroes in this game follow the same formula. They tend to be very flexible, that they could work with in any situation at all. And that is it for the Sara guide. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Did I miss anything? Is there anything specific you'd want me to focus on going forward in the hero guides? Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord. The link is in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Meow meow. If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch the next video. Oh, meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow.